There was this guy and this girl, and they wanted to make a podcast, and they didn't know what to call it, but they sure talked a lot, so they said, let's call it Flappity Flap, Flappity Flap Podcast. Yeah. How's your day been?
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much just started out. How about you?
Did it? We've been up for a while.
Yeah, but, just been getting some work done.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. Breakfast. How about you? You yogaed?
I did yoga. It's hard when it's warm. And I don't know. I think I'm iron deficient, or either that or maybe because I had alcohol yesterday. I just feel a bit off. So it was like, but actually it wasn't bad. I think I did an okay job. And I got exercise. I did something. It was better than nothing. Yeah.
Good.
Is my breath okay?
Yeah, I think so. I can't really smell.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really smell you.
You did some exercise today? You ran up and down the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ran up and down the stairs. Got that heart going.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
Yeah, I think it helps my brain a lot.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Don't be rude. Oh, I need that.
Did you just throw a used tissue at me?
I threw a used
That's disgusting.
booger tissue at your face.
That's disgusting.
Well,
No, you just seem very sedate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you looking forward
I think
to...
I'm still waking up.
Oh. 3 hours later. You were up very late. What were you... That was a bubble. 4? 5?
I was up till like 4-ish, 4:30 maybe.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I just couldn't go to sleep. I don't know, something about this quarantine thing maybe is making it so I can't go to sleep at a normal hour. I don't know.
What? Why?
I don't know. Maybe because, I don't know, with you home more and your mom home more, I feel like I'm not getting as much work done or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But she's still gone 5 days out of the week, and then she's been working Saturday, actually, so it's 6 days out of the week.
True.
So I think actually she's here less.
I don't know.
But I think definitely me being here, I feel like you like it, but I think it's thrown everyone off, including like the animals.
Yeah.
And like maybe you feel like, oh, we have to hang out, except we're not. Like we've been good about, like I'm downstairs, you're upstairs, we meet for lunch.
Yeah.
Or an exercise moment. What is that?
I don't know. Something stuck to the bottom of my foot. It's pretty special.
Driving me crazy. I just want to pick it off.
Don't touch it.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I have a hole in my sock. A massive hole in my sock. Yeah, so
that's the first problem.
On my heel. And there's something stuck to the bottom of my... stuck to my heel.
It looks like a wart, but like a removable wart.
I am quite positive that's not part of me. Probably something from one of the dogs.
It's probably like a piece of food. Not that you'd want to eat, but safe to pick off.
I hope it's a piece of food.
Let's say that it's a piece of food. Food.
Because I just pulled a hair off of it, and it was like stuck into it.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it's really gross. I want to pick it off too, but I don't want to touch it.
Well, you can step out for a second if you want to deal with that.
That's fine.
Well, I just kicked one of those little slugs, not the cool banana slugs, but the little
slugs.
I kicked him off the path so he wouldn't get stepped on, and it was a soft kick. Like I rolled him with my toe of my flip flop.
You know they're really easy to kill, right?
He looked like he might be dead already. What was I supposed to do? I had Charlie
pick him up?
in what? No.
Are you afraid of slugs?
They're disgusting.
Oh my!
Those little crescent.
They're disgusting.
Those little. Because I stepped on one once.
Why are you so grossed out by them?
Maybe because I stepped on that one and it like popped it.
Oh gosh.
So I kicked him softly, but I think he already like was oozing and like left a residue on my flip flop. So then I was like trying to wipe it off.
Just pick him up.
I don't know. Not happening. Was I a kissy noise? Not. It'd be more like that.
Okay.
Maybe like that. Anyway, I was just
Splitting hairs.
commiserating with you on your foot barnacle.
Yeah, it's pretty special. It's definitely, I want to get rid of it, but
just do it like with the towel, just a little flickaroo. Perfect.
Let's see if that got rid of it. Nope. It's probably like a piece of peanut butter or something from the dogs.
Could be. Is that really a problem for you? Let's not go there. Let's just divert.
Sidestep.
I almost said sideswipe. Yeah, sidestep.
Parry it.
That's the one.
The
slugs. What were you talking about before that? Your foot removable wart. What were we saying more?
Piece of food on my foot. It's not. It's not a wart.
All right, it's fine. I'm sure everyone's had warts.
I said it's not a wart.
You just seemed very defensive about.
Because you're like saying that it's
all right,
part of me, but it's clearly like a piece of food or some kind of crud.
What were we talking about before that? Now we lost our beautiful, entertaining conversation. You got a peely. I need to get it. Keep it. Slugs, computer stuff. I don't know. There was something there. Family stuff. Family stuff. You just woke up? You're feeling like you up late. Quarantine. Oh my gosh. It's like 10 steps backtracking. Quarantine. Me being here. Throwing everyone off their routine.
Yes. So I stayed up till 4 last night. And
were you working or just drawing your cool stuff?
I was doing both. I was doing personal work and also, work because I need to do both. I can't just do work and I can't just do personal work. So it's like, it's really time consuming. So that's why I was up till 4:30.
So basically 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got like 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So that explains why you're not fully awake yet.
Yeah, but I feel like I do okay. What's new in the world of Sarah?
But you know it all, and it's really not new. There's really not
anything
new.
Something in the world of Sarah.
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't do a lot.
What's going on with you?
I don't do a lot except work and.
What do you want to do? What are your aspirations?
Light bulb says dead. That's sinister.
It's clearly not dead. Otherwise, it wouldn't be light bulbing. Somebody was misinformed.
It just went off, and they were like, "This one's dead." No, it's okay. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of janky stuff in this house. Clearly,
like the that movie that you were talking about,
The Money Pit.
Tom Hanks, yeah, The Money Pit.
Best movie ever.
It is a really funny movie.
Have you ever?
I haven't. I've only seen the scenes.
You've seen the highlights.
Excuse me, the scenes that you've shown me.
I blinded myself a little bit looking at that light bulb. Now I'm seeing spots still.
Don't look at it. Maybe it needs like a little shield.
No, it's fine. A shield?
Yeah, like a little cover.
Oh.
You know how they tend to have a shade.
It's just shield was a funny word.
Most light bulbs have like a little bowl type thing on them. Oh my gosh, like the lights downstairs, they're horrible. It's like they put the brightest bulbs in and they're at eye level when you're standing. And the shieldy things I was just talking about don't dim them at all. It's basically just glass, just clear glass. So it's like looking at the sun anytime you glance at them.
Might as well be looking at the sun.
Just your eyes sizzling.
That's a bit extreme.
Every time you look at them.
Yes.
And even if they're in your peripheral, they're just slowly blinding you. Peripheral? Peripheral?
Peripheral eye.
Is peripheral really dual for peripheral?
Stop it. Stop saying it.
Stop trying to think.
I think peripherals. I don't know. I
Really?
think it's just peripheral. In my periphery. Oh my gosh, that's a word that if you keep saying it is not.
Because I think I was saying periphery, which is
You just
very
made
wrong
that up.
sounding. But I mean, it'd probably be the same spelling, just pronounced wrong. So I'm not totally wrong, maybe.
I lost the thread of what you were talking about because we just got tied up in this.
Well, we were talking about light bulbs.
Yeah.
This is like another one of those
rambling.
Times.
What times?
Just talking about nothing.
Mm-hmm. So because we're hungry, we thought we'd talk about snacks, our favorite snacks today, and I'll try to stop kicking the wall.
Oh, I thought that was Chuck.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, our favorite snacks.
We like food. We love snacks. It's quarantine. There's a lot of mouth. I would advise against that. Stop. That's really horrible. And I was over here and it was horrible. Yeah. So we've been having little bursts of snack.
We're quarantined, so
like with all of you. I don't think.
Oh yeah, duh. Yeah.
So snacks. Yeah. So I discovered or was introduced to a new one that I have had before, but I didn't realize how much I like them, which is wasabi peas. Because Mom bought some, and I was like, at first you bite them, and they're kind of like, it's kind of a bitter spice, like, I guess kind of like how horseradish is. What?
I'm just looking at you.
You look like you're about to laugh. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm just smiling.
Tell me what's in your head.
Nothing. Good Lord, I can't smile at you, apparently.
Good Lord. It's just that smile you get when you're like, she's saying something really funny.
She's being really difficult. I'm going to pour your tea on you.
No, that would burn.
Well.
Burn, baby, burn. So, wasabi peas, they're good. But don't eat too many, apparently, because your butt might burn.
Mm-hmm.
Burn, buddy, burn.
That's what happens to me if
Toilet
I have...
and burn, no. That wasn't good. I'm ashamed.
You should be. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Feeling a bit prickly.
They're
maybe.
Good. You're feeling prickly?
I don't know. Maybe from earlier. Trying to cook chicken with a dog that is chicken obsessed.
Remember how I said we shouldn't talk about him?
No, I'm just...
Except, wait, there's a hair in my tea. So.
Oh, wow. Not a surprise.
It's like when you can't see it, but you just see the little, like, ripple pattern.
He has horrible, invisible hairs that
Anyway, moving on very quickly.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Let's talk about a thing that you love, which is...
I forgot what we were talking about before,
snacks.
Though. Spicy things.
Wasabi peas.
I had a thought.
Bloody hell.
You just keep interrupting me.
You should be used to it by now. Let me give you a little neck massage.
I don't like this. I don't like it.
All right.
So spicy food, It reminds me of if you have too much tapatio, it gives you the fire butt. Yeah. That was really it. That's all I wanted to say. But you wouldn't let me talk.
Why do you have to do that? Now, look what you just fucking did. Because it would have been fine, but you had to be like a petulant little bitch. That's all I had to say. Why don't you fold your arms as well and do like a little, exactly. So, you mission accomplished. Made me feel like an asshole, but made yourself look like a child. So, we both lose.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me about some of your favorite snacks. That'll make you happy.
I want to leave. I want to leave.
No. Don't say that. I'm going to have to edit that out now.
We all know how that goes. If you slurp one more time, I'm going to shove this microphone somewhere where the listeners don't want to listen.
I was actually just thinking, it reminds me of that Adam Sandler. Is it Andy Samberg? Adams, oh no, it's the other guy. Beck Bennett? Go ahead.
I don't actually remember.
The suppository, is it like a butt pill for sex or something? For, like, instead of Viagra?
Yeah, it was a Viagra replacement.
He's like, Dad, it's a butt plug. No, son. But it was shaped just like this microphone. So I feel like if there's anything that needs to go up your butt, this is the right shape.
So they were trying to advertise it as though it's like a pill, and he was like telling his son, who was Adam Sandler, he was Adam Sandler, and he was telling his son, who was Beck Bennett, the kind of serious, deep voiced white guy on SNL, and he was like, "Yeah, it's great, you know," and he says, "Oh, it's a butt, Dad, that's a butt plug." And then the wife, his mother's like, talking about it vibrating.
No.
Why would you think it wouldn't vibrate? Because it vibrates. Just like, oh gosh.
Yeah, it's good. But it's the size of the microphone. It's like a pill shape, like a giant capsule shape, but huge. Like the size of your fist or something.
And it's got this handy little rope on it so you can retrieve it.
Like a tampon for your butt.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway, snacks.
Yeah, moving on from butt plugs to snacks. Oh gosh.
That's good. Did you lose your snack momentum?
A new Facebook friend posted about Oreo and how they're doing new Japanese flavors.
And Oreo is like Brandon's favorite. Have you kind of gotten over it? Because at least when I met you...
I don't know if they've ever been my favorite. I like them a lot.
Have binged on Oreos like since we met. Like, which...
What? That makes it sound like I eat them every day.
No, but when you... I think you consciously like would avoid them because you knew that if you got a packet in front of you, that was it. They weren't going to last the day, you know? 2 days max.
Yeah, you got to eat them a sleeve at a time.
Yeah, you gotta. It says so on the package.
It's the rules. I just do what I'm told.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
So, new Japanese flavors?
Yeah, there's a cherry blossom green tea flavor, which looks interesting, and the green tea is probably good, but anytime I've ever had cherry blossom flavor in candy, it's not good. And
they do that a lot in Japan? Don't they?
I think
or a fair amount?
I don't know if it's more for like touristy type thing or if it's like a bona fide like Japanese flavor.
Well, I'm just saying because we don't have that here unless it's like a foreign
I mean,
Japanese snack.
You see it a lot in like their...
Sorry, I got an itch.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just squeaking because I got an itch. Someday we'll have
Careful,
a nice
you're going to
space.
spill on yourself.
Nah.
They see it a lot in... Or you see it a lot in like airports and stuff.
Oh,
like they got all these candies, you know.
Well, I get that because I feel like it's a flavor that is interesting to a tourist, like maybe a little more appealing, and we don't get it. You know, I mean, all over the world, I feel like it's probably not in a lot of other countries, but it's maybe more appealing, quote unquote, foreign snack than like the bean paste. Why do I never remember
the bean paste? Adzuki beans.
Yeah,
they're like sweet red beans.
Because to me, that's like a very Japanese snack.
It definitely is.
That does not translate as well because we just eat savory beans.
I think it's way more common than like cherry blossom flavor, and I think it's better actually.
But I feel like it probably plays better cherry blossom flavor to foreigners.
Oh yeah, if you see a pink package covered in flowers looks way more appealing than like beans.
Yeah.
You want beans in your candy, but it's
not good.
The opposite. Like the sweet red beans are better.
It's just
as a candy.
If you've eaten beans as a savory, especially like Mexican,
anywhere really,
ingredient food for 30 years.
Although we do have baked beans, and they're very sweet.
But you still think of them as being like paired with savory. Like,
yeah, you eat them with meat. You don't eat them with candy.
And I think I've never liked, what are they called again? Baked beans.
What? Oh,
I think I've never liked those as much because they're sweet.
I've always liked baked beans.
But my aunt worked for a company for years, a Japanese-owned company, and they...
Which aunt?
Huh?
Which aunt?
Tina Graffel. Yeah. I worked there for a while too, on and off, and their manager guys would go to Japan and then they'd bring back adzuki or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I tried it and I was like, oh, cool, free, excuse me, desserts. Like, I'm all about that, even if they're not that good. If it's free, I'm going to go eat it. And I was like, what is this? And Tina's like, yeah, they're not very good. But like, she'll just come out and say it, which I was like looking around like, okay, but you know, let's be open-minded.
Yeah, well,
but
it's like
weird.
acquired.
It's
like acquired taste.
Yeah. It's just alien. Like just like I was saying, if you're just so used to it being savory, you're like, a sweet bean, and the mochi it's a weird texture, and like you said, it's like kind of like there's like a powder on it.
But you know what the funny thing about that is? Sorry to interrupt you.
It's fine.
But chocolate is a sweet bean.
Yeah.
Vanilla is a sweet bean.
But you don't eat it in bean form.
I know you don't eat it in bean form, but still,
Do you know that?
It's just kind of funny because like they are sweetened beans.
But I'm talking about how you eat it here, which is as a whole bean.
Yeah.
You know,
That's your stomach.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't know where that was coming from?
It sounded like it was coming from in the in the closet.
She was gesturing and talking and then just started looking around like the noise was coming from somewhere other than her stomach.
It was like a fly because I couldn't feel my stomach doing anything.
Just a fat fly.
They keep talking about beans and snacks and I want some. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird. That was so weird.
I like that you say, yeah. After you say...
I don't know if that was the fly or if that was me saying yeah to my joke.
Those beans and I want some. Yeah.
Shut up. Butthole surfer.
So,
but mochi is cool.
Why do you gotta interrupt me? I was gonna say a thing.
I thought you were trying to figure out where to go next.
No.
Tone down your fucking angry ass. I'm just saying, take a breath in your anger mode.
I was gonna say something, and you were like, "Samochi, yeah."
I thought you were casting about to move on to the next subject or something. Okay?
No.
You're such a little bitch today.
You are.
No, you are. End of story.
I don't think our listeners need to hear this.
They don't need to, but they're gonna.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
You hear that?
Let that be a lesson to you. Don't do a podcast with a person you thought you liked.
You're captive. Thought you liked.
Yeah.
What a bitch thing to say.
I love you. I do love you.
Too,
you fucking petulant little... Oh, what
You're
were you
the
gonna
petulant
say?
little...
What were you going to say?
You asshole.
Wow.
Sorry. But you know, it's true. So
give me your nipple to pinch. Just want to make it clear to the listeners what was happening there.
I pinched her nipple because she was being a freak. So I was going to mention the other Oreo flavor. Remember when we were downstairs talking about it? Oh my gosh. So there's another flavor that's oolong.
Weird.
Oolong Oreo flavor.
That's weird.
Yeah. So that sounds pretty exciting. Although I think it's peach oolong.
Ew.
Because the I don't know why I would have assumed that you knew this, but they're in the same Oreo. So like the matcha sakura flavor, they're on the same Oreo. So the dough part is pink and the middle cream part is green.
Oh. Okay, because what do you call it? What do you call the cherry blossom part?
Sakura?
Sakura.
Yeah. I mean, that's American pronunciation.
Okay, well, educate us.
No, it's fine.
No, say it.
No, it's fine.
Please.
Moving on.
Why can't you?
Can you just please?
I thought you were saying that the cherry blossom and the matcha were going to be together as the cream, and it would be regular. The wafer part? What do you call it? The cookie part would be. It's like the same original.
Yeah, I hadn't thought that you couldn't see inside my brain to see what I was talking about. So yeah, the the cookie part is pink.
Weird.
And the middle part is green.
I actually would probably like that better than, because I don't care for the Oreo cookie part. I think it's kind of blah, meh.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it.
I've
I
never
think it's
even
a good compliment.
I've never even really liked the filling part. I actually liked.
I actually hate all of it.
But they're not my favorite cookie for that reason. I like the ones. Remember when I accidentally got you
lard inside of 2 dry cookies. Yeah. But I like it for some reason.
That's what's important. Remember when I accidentally got you birthday cake flavor?
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, yeah, they were good, but I like the original. And I was like, oh, damn it. Because it's hard. Like now you go to the store and there's just all kinds of flavors.
Yeah.
So you just grab the one that looks like white filling and you're like, yes. And it was birthday cake, like the confetti, I think, cake, which I actually really liked.
It's a little bit overpowering
than the original.
They have Oreo s'mores that were good, and they had Oreo, what was the other one? Candy corn flavored Oreo, which you would think would be terrible, but it was actually pretty good because it's Oreos.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, what was the other? Oolong. Does oolong really? I know it has a flavor because I know you really like it, but I feel like it's not like a super distinct.
It's a tea flavor. I think it would be really good. I think that would be...
Because green tea is very, at least when they've made it into like a dessert.
And oolong's not Japanese. Oolong is Chinese.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah. Japanese people drink it, but I'm pretty sure it's a Chinese tea.
I'd be willing to try it if they didn't add the peach. I hate peach flavored things.
Yeah, that's what I...
Excuse me. What other flavors do they have of Oreos? So your favorite is original? Or do you like...
I think the original is best. It might be good just an all matcha flavor, all green tea flavor.
I feel like any matcha or green tea, desserts we've had have always been good. Like I think we bought like little wafer things one time, like
Kit Kats and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Those were good. And then I was going to talk about the mochi ice cream, which I'm not super a fan of mochi desserts, as we've said with the Zoki, the sweet bean. I can't remember.
The Adzuki?
Adzuki.
You can just say red bean, like sweet red bean or something.
Just try not to draw attention to it. But yeah.
Okay.
But with the ice cream, I thought that was so good. So we went to a sushi place in Katati for new locals. I don't remember what it's called, so it's not very helpful. But it's like the one.
It's on the main strip of
place.
It's on the main strip of Katati.
I was still trying to finish my thought. You were just on edge.
I'm sorry.
Take a break. That might have been a mistake. Would you like some peppermint? So
You're
anyway,
one to talk.
My story that I was trying to get out was we went to the sushi place.
What's it like?
We asked for, I think we wanted the green tea mochi ice cream. They didn't have it, but they gave us like a little variety, like mango, strawberry, and something else. And that was, I thought, paired with the ice cream, the mochi was less like kind of off-putting and gushy.
Mm-hmm. It's got a bit of a...
It's a bit weird.
Yeah. It's got a bit of a tapioca feel to it, where it's just kind of like almost just gelatinous and flavorless.
Yeah.
Which I'm not really a big fan of. It's good.
But then you bought savory. Those other ones that you liked. So you like it better savory?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's better with like, soy sauce and stuff.
Yeah. But I thought it was good with the ice cream. I would recommend that. And then, so you bought the little blocks of mochi, which were good, but you have to be careful.
It's called kiri mochi, which just means cut mochi. And they're like solid blocks. And there was a warning on the back in Japanese about choking. And it was not translated in English. So you've got this choking hazard. And I talked to Nao about it, and she was like, yeah, be careful.
It's like a statistic.
Because you can choke.
It's very like, I'm trying to think of something where you really have to chew it and chew it and chew it for a long time.
Yeah. Especially blocks. Like it's one thing to get thin on your ice cream. Yeah. And it's another thing to eat a whole freaking block of it.
Yeah. Because then as you chew it, it's like it wants to come back together. So if you're gonna like swallow a bit, like make sure you've properly separated it with your teeth and then goes down, because I feel like it'll just drag the rest down and then like be lodged in your throat.
Yeah. I think that's exactly it.
So don't feed it to children, I guess. But other than that, it was really good. And then you made some one time. Do you remember that? Didn't you make some?
Some what?
Mochi?
No.
I think you did.
I made some on accident by overwatering some rice. So it wasn't mochi, but it was just gummy.
I thought you made some one time.
No, I've never made mochi.
Oh, okay.
It takes...
I must have been thinking of the kiri mochi.
It takes a lot of like mushing and smashing and
massaging.
Have you seen the videos of the guys with like, they've got this little bowl and a big glob of it, and there's a guy like flipping it and rotating it, and there's another guy hammering it? Oh,
I don't know. You might have showed me. Now I want to go back and watch that because it sounds like very satisfying. Yeah, one of those very satisfying videos.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to watch. I think there are a lot of videos of it out there.
Like making pasta and cutting pasta or something, or what's the thick udon?
Udon, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, it's good stuff, but be careful.
Be careful if you're ever eating big blocks of it. Sorry. Because you will choke, and they might not warn you that you can choke on it.
Yeah. Anyway, what else? What else do you like? Shrimp chips.
You want to talk about shrimp chips?
Let's talk about shrimp chips. Yeah. No.
Is that a song?
No. Shrimp chips, which I think are the same as prawn crackers. Because in England, they serve shrimp chips or prawn crackers, the white ones, instead of is it instead of fortune cookies, which is weird. They serve it instead of having some kind of appetizer. So I feel like you get them a lot more in Europe and England with Chinese food. And you don't really get them here unless maybe they serve them more on the East Coast. Is it a Chinese thing? Anyway, I was going to say they're really good. They're really good, except if you don't like fishy. And I wouldn't even describe them as fishy. They're just a salty
prawn snack.
Yeah. But if you've never had them, don't picture a little prawn that you're just like biting the head off.
No, because it's a cracker.
It's like a chip, but it's like porous. And I love how you can like just put it on your tongue and it will like kind of crackle and dissolve. Because like, what would you compare it to?
Like a fried puffed chip, sort of like pork rinds.
Yeah, exactly.
Except not gross.
Yeah, but that kind of texture.
Oh my gosh, my dad used to eat pork rinds. We would go up to like Oregon to meet the grandparents and be like an 8-hour drive. And he would just pop open a bag of pork rinds. But I think it would be to get back at my mom and brother, because they would eat what are those corn snacks?
I just forgot. Corn nuts. And they would stink up the car. And I didn't like either of them really. So you were just the only one being doubly punished? Yeah, exactly. And corn nuts are really loud too. Like when I was eating them the other day, we both had our headphones on, but I feel like you could still hear me.
It sounded like you were eating rocks.
I was, secretly. When you would turn around, I'd be like...
Wow. Yeah. You got some strong teeth.
I do. Well, now they're all broken.
Oh, they are.
They're really good. I used to be a purist in that I would only eat the original flavor. And then I finally branched out and tried the ranch. I don't like barbecue.
Pizza.
Ew, no. No.
That was definitely a flavor.
Was it?
Oh,
it was, sure. But I don't see it these days because horrible.
Because it's not the 90s anymore.
Maybe. But actually, I used to hate barbecue flavored things like barbecue chips. But I think since hanging out with you, I appreciate barbecue more and like barbecue sauce on stuff. But it's that sweet thing. Like it confuses my brain. Like I'm like, no, you're savory or you're sweet, but you're not like mixing the two. But I've opened up a little bit. But I still don't like barbecue corn nuts. But I love ranch.
Ranch.
Why does my voice always break in here?
You want some
I get
Wowers?
nervous.
You
No,
want some
I got peppermint tea.
That might be drying your throat out.
No. Anyway, I like the ranch flavor. So the other day I was like, I'm just going to have a few. It was like 10 or 11. Like, probably shouldn't be eaten. And I polished
10 or
off
11 o'clock.
at night.
You didn't eat 10 or 11.
No. I wanted to only eat 10 or 11, but I ate the whole packet. It was one of the small packets, but nevertheless, I ate it all.
Like those Doritos?
Why you gotta...
What was that?
Why you gotta remind me?
What was that bag of Doritos? Like Cool Ranch or something?
The only flavor that is worth talking about.
And you just devastated that little medium-sized bag.
How rude.
I did too.
Yeah. Just make sure you mention that.
Oh my gosh. So defensive.
Shaming me. Like earlier when I was talking about how many donuts you ate and you were like, fat shaming me. But I was like, no, because you're not fat.
Why are you fat shaming me? I did eat a lot of donuts.
Yeah, but I think you weigh less than I do. So I'm not fat shaming you. I'm just donut shaming you.
Donuts are definitely my weakness.
So it was Brandon likes I call them fake chocolate because it's not real chocolate, but I do like them as well. What would you call it? It's the Entenmann's.
It's the Entenmann's little box that you can get at like any grocery store.
But it's kind of like a rubbery, like, I think so it doesn't melt and like make a mess. And so it stays intact. But so it's kind of like a rubbery consistency, which
probably not good for you.
Partly why I've always liked them though, because it's like, ooh, I don't know. What am I eating?
think it's a nostalgia.
Yeah.
Feel.
Yeah, maybe.
Like
and I think because it was prohibited, because I was not allowed to have them, or my mom would not buy them, which is fair. But so Brandon has been on a little bit of a kick of like getting those at the store, and they don't last long. And he's like, so I went to the store a couple days ago and I was like, do you want any snacks? He was like, maybe some more donuts. So I go to the store and the only box left, it was like if you in a movie, you have the one box on the shelf and there's like a angel singing and a heavenly light just, shining down on this one box. Because that's all that was left.
Yeah.
It was all that was left on the shelf. There's one box of Entenmann's, and it wasn't the chocolate ones, but it was like a variety pack of like the classic cake, and then there was like the powdered ones, and then some kind of in the middle one.
Two powdered. There was a normal powdered and a cinnamon powdered.
Oh, okay.
And I like cinnamon and powdered donuts, but they freaking make a horrible mess. You can't eat one without it getting everywhere.
And we've started to spot ants in the house. There's been some scout ants.
There was
so it's
one
like
on my
worst
head.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah, and at the Guerneville house, I mean, they were everywhere.
Were they?
Remember?
I don't remember. In the kitchen, I do.
I got bit on the ass.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So I would try to go to the bathroom, and there would be ants, and I got.
No, in Healdsburg. You said the Guerneville house.
I think it was a Guerneville house.
No, I think my mom would get some at the Guerneville house, but at Healdsburg.
Not your mom's house.
Oh, sorry. The granny unit.
Yeah. I was trying to remember what.
Because you said house.
Other descriptive words. Yes. Anyway, I would get bit on the butt.
I got bit on the butt at the Healdsburg house, and you didn't believe me. Remember? I was like, something bit me.
That's because I've never been bit by an ant before that.
But it was the only other creature in sight.
Those little teeny tiny black ants.
Maybe he just didn't like being sat on.
They will bite you. I've never been bit by one before until we lived at the Guerneville house, and I would be on the toilet, and one would just like come under the toilet and just bite me right on the ass cheek. Yeah. And I don't understand, like, how do your tiny little mandibles get any sort of grip on my cheek? Yeah. That'd be like me biting the ground.
That's true.
How in the heck do you get your mouth around
their mandibles must like come out, or no, because their mandibles are outside their mouth.
Yeah, they got like little pinchers, but still they're so tiny.
But your flesh is, kind of.
And it would feel like a pinprick. Like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah, but one you definitely don't expect sitting in the toilet. The toilet, I mean.
It really makes you glad that ants aren't, like, huge.
Yeah.
Because, oh my gosh, they could clamp your arm right off.
Yeah. That
Holy
book
crap.
I read, that Children of Man or whatever with the spiders, like, they are evolved because they're, like, helped along by this drug or something, chemical that's released, and it's supposed to be to evolve the monkeys, the chimps, I think, but instead the chimps somehow die out and it affects the spiders and the ants.
Probably because there's giant monster spiders roaming around.
No, that was a separate thing. That was before. But the ants, like, are evolving almost as fast as the spiders, and they're huge, and they, like, destroy a couple people who land, and yeah, it's bad. So anyway, be thankful. Yes.
I am thankful.
Yes.
Yeah, because if they can cause that amount of damage when they're the size of a freaking... What are they the size of?
An ant.
Yeah. But like a small ant, because there are different ants all over the place.
Yeah, they're not like a fire ant or something.
Even here, we have black ants that are pretty big.
Oh.
And in Oregon, where my grandparents used to live, they would get thick,
I don't like
big
that.
ants.
I don't like that.
Like bigger than my pinky fingernail. Like
nope.
Probably that long.
I'm not looking. I can't look.
So I'm putting both my pinkies together.
Oh, don't tell me.
And comparing, or like from pinky nail to pinky nail, top of pinky nail.
The whole reason I didn't want to look.
They're like the size of a capsule pill.
I think you painted the picture.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to tell you like what size they are.
But I'm just like, please stop.
And those are the normal sized black ants that they had
up there.
Normally.
I don't mean like how do they live.
Thank you all for watching.
They're not watching.
Thank you all for listening.